You guys remember back whenever we were children, or some of you guys were growing up, and back around the PlayStation 2 and Xbox days, where and PS3 days and stuff like that. Whenever we got actual fully released games that wasn't broken on release or will be fixed later, this has been a very, very bad trend in 2023. Either games have been delayed or they have been arriving broken on release. And here at the Sean Train, I will tell you guys why this is a bad thing for the industry. Welcome, legend, back to the Sean Train channel. As you guys have seen, multiple uploads in 1 week. I know it's crazy, right? We're finally back here on this channel. As I said, I wanted to make a prioritize this channel and like see if I can get a couple uploads a month on here to try to grow this channel. With the new YouTube policy saying that they are increasing the lowering the monetization standards, I would love to get this channel monetized and have a success on this channel and our Code Train channel as well. On this channel, there'll be different types of videos, such as the social media etiquette video you guys just seen a couple either a day before this come out or a couple days before this comes out, or videos like this where we'll be talking gaming in general. Some things will be safe for the podcast. Other topics that I know that I can, the podcast thing will be lengthy topics, of course, and then other things that I can get through quickly will now be here on the Sean Train channel to diversify the content. And as well as gaming will be returning. We'll be finishing up The Walking Dead, and we'll also be finishing up we'll also be playing some games later on this year, such as Spider-Man 2, which I'll be having a video on as well. Um, but the thing with gaming in 2023 I've noticed is that a lot of games have been delayed or buggy. There's been a lot of PC releases that have been so buggy that even experts are coming in and they're trying to explain why these games are so buggy. This is from IGN.com. Experts explain why some of the games are launching broken on PC. PC releases are under scrutiny as of late, as when compared to their correspondents, which is their console things. PC games have more frequently experienced anything from immense graphical glitches to game-breaking bugs, regardless of individual specific builds. And since many high-end rigs cost upwards of thousands of dollars, questions have also arisen as to why these titles are in such an unplayable state. Now, this has been a trend the last couple years with PC. Remember, Batman Arkham Knight had launched broken on PC as well. That was one of the most controversial and most broken PC ports that I've ever seen. Now, I personally got Batman Arkham Knight on the PlayStation 4. My game was, despite a few little running glitches and little bugs at the beginning when I got it in 2015, my game ran pretty fine, and I had a pretty good experience. Yes, at the time I really didn't like Batman Arkham Knight, but as the years have warmed up, that game's nearly 10 years old, by the way. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that it's almost 10 years old in like less than 2 years. Um, I warmed up to Arkham Knight, and I really loved the game. Despite its issues, story overall, and the predictability with the Arkham Knight spoiler. Oh well, Arkham Knight thing with spoiler alert, with the Arkham Knight being Jason Todd, which people already really knew from the beginning. Despite that, the story was pretty good, gameplay was great, and I think it was an overall great end to the Arkham trilogy. Now they had a terrible PC port. And PC ports have been immensely bad the last couple of times. I even heard that Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man PC had issues at launch as well, but um, but Insomniac was transparent about that and they fixed it very quickly. Insomniac are known for good releases that have not that many bugs, but no game's perfect. And people have to understand that no game will be perfect. As a game developer that is as a computer science major that is studying game development right now in school, I know that game development is very difficult, and I give game devs the benefit of the doubt sometimes. But when you're releasing broken games constantly and you delay the game multiple times and nothing's really changing with the game, is even broken or even worse than what it was and the state that it was before you delayed it, that's a problem. Delays are supposed to be a good thing. Like with The Last of Us Factions being delayed, I think that delay is a good thing, because if the game is not ready, you do not want to rush it. Simple as that. I would rather it have a delayed game that is great, such as Starfield, that's looking good right now, rather than a game that is broken on day one for me. I don't really like that, because we're spending now $70 on next gen games now. $70. I remember when games were $59.99, $65 with tax. Now we're paying $75, almost $80 with tax for a standard edition of a video game. Now remember, now the deluxe edition is $85, but I remember when the deluxe editions were $75. The deluxe edition, we now have deluxe edition prices for the standard version of a game. We're spending almost $100 plus dollars. Some people are spending $200 plus dollars on these collector editions, which has been ridiculous as well. If your game is broken and I'm spending over $300 on your collection edition, that's a ripoff. That's a ripoff. If I can't play the game I spent these $300 for, these collector editions these days are not worth it. I'm sorry. I remember collector edition was almost where 140, 145, maybe 170 at most. Now they're 200, 230, almost $300. That's the price of the Xbox Series S. Nearly. The Xbox Series S right now costs $350. A collector edition is almost as much as that. You can buy a whole new console. Let that sink in. You're getting one game with items in there for the price of a brand new console, and they're coming broken on release. That's a ripoff. A genuine ripoff right there. I would be pissed off like these people are. And I definitely will be on social media trying to get my money back. That's $300 and the game not even working. I'm sorry. I'm shipping that thing back if possible to get my money back. That's ridiculous. I see why people go on eBay and skyrocket the prices of those collectibles to $50 to $75 each to get their money back. That's bull right there. I'm sorry. That is bull crap and a full-blown ripoff. Because this trend is a absolute terrible trend that needs to stop. Period, point blank. It needs to stop because these games are becoming so expensive that we can't have that anymore. We can't. I'm sorry, bro. We cannot have that anymore. And I refuse to have it in the year 2023. This is why we need to speak up. Vote with our wallet. Stop buying these games that you know are terrible. Stop selling these games, because at the end of the day, these companies like 2K, the NFL, EA, they're going to keep selling you the same garbage. If you keep buying it, then nothing will change. Look at the companies. Naughty Dog is on this list. That's saying something, because Naughty Dog always delivers quality. Yes, the last episode, The Last of Us Part 2 was not that good story-wise. I gotta admit that. There were some problems with it. I still need to finish the game to be a full judge. But you can't tell me the gameplay of The Last of Us 2 was not revolutionary. The gameplay of that game was absolutely incredible. It still is. To this day. 3 years later. Last of Us Part 1, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Final Fantasy VII suffered from broken ports on the PC. And that is a problem. But there's also been delays of multiple games. that was supposed to come out in 2023. Suicide Squad Killer Justice League is delayed because of the controversy with it being live service, which it should not be, by the way. I like Rocksteady. I trust Rocksteady, but I'm sorry. That game should not be live service. I don't care what you say. That game should not be a live. It should not be a live service game. Point blank, period. There's no excuse for it being live service. None at all. But this trend of we'll fix it later needs to stop. Games are getting expensive. People's time and patience are being tested, and people are tired. I'm tired. You're tired watching this video. Something needs to change. And that's all I gotta say. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section down below. Have you bought a game this year that was broken on release? What should change? Should we hold the company more accountable? Should we wait until more reviews of games are out before we buy a game that is broken on release? Let me know how you would change the situation of games being broken on release. I've been your host, Sean Trent. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe down below. Let me know any suggestions of what I should talk about. What should I cover? Anything non-wrestling related. All wrestling related content will be on the Cole Train channel, such as video games, reviews, and all that, etc. All that's safe for the Cole Train channel. Anything non-wrestling related in gaming, hit me up, put it in the comment section. What should I talk about? What should I cover? I need ideas. You know, the more ideas, the better. But yes, the Sean Train's back, and we're gonna have uploads coming substantially in the next couple of weeks. Thank you guys so much. I've been your host, Sean Train. I'll see you guys next video. Be phenomenal, be forgotten, and remember to be glorious at every single thing you do. A delayed game eventually should be good. The state of broken games is absolutely ridiculous. And the excuses that these companies are using are also ridiculous. Come on. You can't use that excuse when in the year 2013, PC games were perfectly running perfectly fine. What's the deal with better technology and better systems? Answer that question for me. I'm out of here.